Every month, millions of homeowners open their utility bills with a sense of dread. Prices are rising, the grid is aging, and for most of us, energy feels like a cost we simply cannot control. But what if your home wasn't just a consumer of power, but a producer of it? In this documentary, we are going to dive deep into the technology that is making energy independence a reality. From the chemistry of the batteries to the mathematics of the return on investment, we are going to show you exactly how to bridge the gap between production and consumption. The biggest challenge with solar energy isn't generating it, it's timing it. Let's look at the numbers. Most homes produce their maximum energy in the middle of the day, exactly when the family is at work or school and usage is at its lowest. Then, as the sun goes down, the blue peak hits. Everyone comes home, the lights go on, the AC kicks in, and suddenly, you're buying back energy from the grid at the highest possible price. This mismatch is the fundamental problem we need to solve. For years, we were missing a way to bottle the sun. Traditional lead-acid batteries were too bulky, and early lithium batteries were too unstable for home use. That changed with the arrival of lithium iron phosphate. Unlike the battery in your laptop, these units are designed for heavy daily cycling. They are the granite of the energy world, stable, long-lasting, and capable of thousands of discharge cycles without losing their capacity. Now, let's look at the math. An energy system is an investment, and like any investment, we need to track the return. By eliminating that blue peak of evening grid usage, the system pays for itself significantly faster than solar panels alone. When we factor in rising utility rates, the payback period for a modern storage system has dropped from 15 years to under 7 in many regions. After that point, your energy is essentially free. To see these numbers in action, let's look at a typical 3-bedroom home that made the transition last year. Before the installation, they were at the mercy of the grid's rising rates. Today, they are a self-contained power plant. In their first year, the household saw a reduction in utility costs of over 80%. By using the storage system to handle the heavy evening loads, they effectively opted out of the most expensive peak pricing hours. A professional installation begins with a site audit to ensure the electrical panel is rated for bidirectional flow. Next, we mount the hardware. These are industrial-grade components, the hybrid inverter and the battery modules. They require a secure wall mount, usually in a temperature-controlled environment like a garage, to ensure the electronics stay cool under load. This is the foundation of a safe, high-performance energy hub. Hardware is only half the story. The real magic happens in the software. Modern systems use a smart meter that talks to your inverter every millisecond, deciding exactly when to save energy and when to spend it. With a mobile app, you have total transparency. You can watch the energy flow from the panels to the battery, and from the battery to your appliances, giving you total control over your consumption. Why do we use lithium iron phosphate, or LiFePO4? Safety is the ultimate metric. Unlike older lithium batteries, LiFePO4 is chemically stable and immune to overheating. It also allows for incredible longevity, over 6,000 cycles. That represents over 15 years of daily use while still maintaining 80% of its original capacity. While the battery gets all the glory, the hybrid inverter is the real MVP of this setup. It acts as the traffic cop of your home, converting the raw DC power from the panels and battery into the stable AC power your appliances need. It performs this conversion thousands of times a second with nearly 98% efficiency, ensuring that almost no energy is lost as heat during the transition. Hidden inside your main electrical panel is the smart meter. This tiny device is the system's eyes. It senses exactly how much power is trying to leak out to the grid and tells the battery to soak it up instead. This millisecond-level communication is what prevents a unit watt of your solar energy from being wasted or sold back for pennies when you could be using it yourself. One of the best things about this technology is that it has 0 moving parts. No pistons, no oil, no filters. Maintenance is largely digital. As long as the unit is kept in a dust-free environment with good airflow, like the garage we saw in our case study, the hardware is designed to sit silent and work for decades without human intervention. Just like your smartphone, your energy system actually gets smarter over time. Manufacturers release firmware updates that can optimize how the battery charges during winter or improve the speed of the inverter's response. It's one of the few pieces of hardware you can buy that actually performs better in year 5 than it did on day 1. The technology isn't standing still. We are seeing rapid advancements in solid-state batteries, which promise even greater energy density and faster charging. There are also innovations in grid services, where homeowners can actually sell surplus stored energy back to the utility, turning their home into a micropower plant. Imagine a future where your electric vehicle isn't just a car, but a giant battery on wheels that can power your home during an outage. These advancements are being piloted today, pushing us toward true energy autonomy where the grid is a choice, not a necessity. Many people ask, what happens if the internet goes down? The answer is simple. Your system's internal logic remains intact. While you might lose the ability to see the data on your phone app temporarily, the physical communication between the smart meter and the inverter continues locally, keeping your home powered without interruption. For the solar panels themselves, a simple rinse with water twice a year is usually enough to maintain maximum efficiency. Dust and pollen can create a thin film that blocks a small percentage of light, so a quick cleaning can actually pay for itself in extra energy production over the following months. By following these simple steps, you ensure that your investment remains at peak performance for decades. You've done the math, you've seen the environmental impact, and you've seen the real-world results. The path to energy independence is clear, but clarity must be backed by performance. For the tech-savvy viewers, the specifications are what define that performance. A typical modern energy hub operates at a nominal voltage of 51.2 volts, supported by a maximum continuous discharge current of 100 amps. This isn't just a backup, it's a powerhouse. It means the system can surge to handle hydro appliances, like well pumps, power tools, or heavy-duty air conditioners, without tripping. It provides seamless, stable power, no matter the load demand of the household. While the financial savings are a primary driver, the environmental data is equally staggering. Every kilowatt you pull from your own battery is a kilowatt-hour that doesn't have to be generated by a fossil fuel power plant miles away. When we look at the life cycle of a home, the reduction in carbon footprint is massive. By moving from a grid-dependent model to a self-sustaining one, a single household can prevent tons of CO2 from entering the atmosphere over the lifespan of the system. This chart represents the difference between being part of the problem and being a foundation of the solution. This isn't just a local trend, it's a global movement toward decentralization. From the virtual power plants in Australia to massive residential storage rollouts in Germany and California, the world is realizing that a resilient grid isn't made of a few giant power plants, but millions of tiny ones, our homes. We are witnessing the democratization of energy. For the first time in a century, the individual homeowner has the same power as a utility mogul. By generating and storing our own fuel, we reduce the strain on public infrastructure and create a more stable world for everyone. Energy independence is no longer a dream for the distant future. The technology is mature, the math is proven, and the environmental necessity is undeniable. You've seen the charts, you've seen the hardware, and you've seen the real-world results of a modern 3-bedroom home. By taking control of your energy cycle, you are securing your financial future and contributing to a cleaner, more resilient planet. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the future of home power. The transition has begun, and the power is now in your hands.